This is Jacob with Geeks First, and today is Flesh and Blood History Pack 1 release day globally. Try and find yours because let me tell you, it's not easy. Wow. Okay, so History Pack 1, for those of you that are unaware what History Pack 1 is, let's go ahead and go to the overhead. So slide me up with the mousy boy. Wizard.
And they're saying, Kano, what you get? You got your,
On the slider boy, it'll go blue, and I'll get small, I'll go wee, boop, and now it's in boop, boop, doop, boop, doo. Okay, backwards. So the top one needs to go to the 4-5, and the bottom one needs to go to 6-7. Bloop, bloop. Oh gosh, it's an Inception day. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're gonna start talking real quick. All right, Flesh and Blood. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be crazy. All right, so History Pack 1. The history on History Pack 1 is a combination of Flesh and Blood's first set, Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising, and Crucible of War. Now, yes, I did just stack those on top of each other. So, you have these sets here, and this in the chronological history are the first three sets that Flesh and Blood had, and now today equals the History Pack 1. So these cards have been translated into this. Now, what makes this so special? Well, this is a way to get players into the game, and frankly, it's also unique because these are white bordered cards, so that's kind of a cool topic. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and actually crack this guy open and kind of see what's on the inside. Now, I did not bring a sharp, pointy object, so I shall use whatever green thing this is and poke it with a stick. You'll also notice that, interestingly enough, before I get too in-depth here, the boxes are functionally the same size and shape, but these had 24 packs. So this one and this one had 24 packs apiece. This one has 36 10-card packs. And then the only other set that had 10 card packs, which is Crucible of War here. This is a smaller box because there were still only 24 packs inside of this box, which I believe is the actual correct, right? It is 24 packs. It is 24. Yeah, 24 boosters. That's right there. All right, just making sure I wasn't crazy. So anyways, this is a hodgepodge combination. Magic players are similarly calling this basically the Chronicles, I think, is that the correct term? That would have been the reprint set that was kind of the first iteration back in the day, and it smells like fresh cardboard. It's great. I'm really excited for this set because there are a lot of reprints of cards that will help new players get into the set. Oh, this is cool. There's a stamped number, so I'm gonna have to start asking people to see whether or not this one is S07.211021. So it can't be that this was made 11. Well, maybe it was made 10/21/2021. Does that make any sense there? Possibly. Like, what year is this? This is 2022. We're in May. Would these have been printed all the way back then? Could that be possible? That's something interesting. Hey, in the comment below, if you're opening these and you have a box, go ahead and post your number that you have up there so that maybe we can do some tracking. I'm curious what that might actually mean. Flesh and Blood packs. Wow, these things are light. Holy cow. They are not the paper wrappers, so from Everfest, these are not the same wrappers that would have been the paper ones that we saw in Everfest, which I shall grab one to demonstrate real quick. It is hidden from me. That's okay, I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so anyways, let's just get right into it because these are going to be fun, exciting. There's been several people that have done case openings on these already, and basically they're having fun. Oh my lord, why are these so hard to get into? These are the Japanese printing, by the way, so they came from the Japanese print factory, I believe. So the very, very first white border cards. Here we go. Ready? Gosh, am I really all the way up there? That is such a far distance. I think we're gonna have to go from the top. Deliberate. So we're going to flip these around. So the first initial thought here is these are, I mean, they're clean. The sheen on these. Here, can you go to the close-up camera? Perfect. So the sheen on these is great. There's been a lot of talk, maybe even about the edges on, as an example, the older, I'd say, Everfest set. It's not older; it's still new, but the corners were pretty dinged up on those packs. But these don't have so far. Doesn't look like that. But yeah, I mean the white is pretty clean. It's pretty impressive. Now I'm not really going to go through too much of these because they're reprint cards. So for those of you that are longtime Flesh and Blood, oh, there's Mechanologist cards. Yes, so I'm going to whiteboard my Mechanologist deck because that's fun. But for those of you that are essentially long-term players, so there's a rare, and there's another rare. Some of the older packs that had super rares have been upshifted to Majestics. So there are no, they did not try to keep the super rare, I guess, what's the term? The rarity level. Super rare rarity level did not continue. But the cards that they took from these sets, I have a spreadsheet that I will be covering in a little bit more detail. Ooh, Hardened Cross Straps, that's a great one. And what I discovered is that there obviously were some cards that were omitted from the set itself because there are too many commons and rares and majestics that did not make it into this product. I will be having another follow-up video to this which has the lists. I have actually gone through all those cards and basically singled out all the variations of the cards that are currently not in these boxes, so watch out for some of those because I think people are going to start trying to buy some of those out just because people are buttheads. But again, this product here is for the players. And by the way, which camera? This one? The game stores that are selling the stupid tunic right now for $300 and something, get a reality check. Seriously, come on. How is that worth more than the WTR original printing? Get a life. Anyways, it's one of those things where it's like I just don't understand. I get it's a brand new product, it's limited right now, people don't have it, a lot of it, so I'm sure people are asking for, you know, some absurd amount of money for it, but it's not, that's not it. I Blastoise you. I'm gonna put Blastoise where? Over here in the corner. Where's my Blastoise? Blastoise and Pikachu. My Blastoise and Pikachu combo. I'll be here all night, apparently. This video is just going to go on forever. No one's going to watch this video. No one's going to care. But, so, from the Peanut Gallery in the back, since I have questions. Peanut Gallery, what do you think of the white border cards and the reprints at the game? Do you feel it's a good for the players?
They win me the game the same. I don't care.
That sounds like a... Oh, there's my first Majestic. Metacarpus node. Metacarpus. Where are we gonna put that? That's man, we're gonna have space issues here. We're gonna stick you right there, and we're going to pop you over here. All right, and then we got another rare, so we'll stick rares there and go here. We're gonna figure out a perfect method here. So we're gonna put yeah, we'll put rares below, and we'll put Pikachu and Blastoise here, so they can give us some luck. But yes, I think that these sets overall are going to be pretty useful. I don't think there's going to be anything terribly valuable, so to speak. I really don't think that you know, that was not the intended goal with these sets. So the fact that the original 3 sets, WTR, Crucible, and oh yeah, Cavdane. There's my trader boy. So what they've done is they've actually reprinted, and I did confirm this, so in the second video you'll see, but all the heroes from the first 3 sets, so all Crucible heroes, all WTR, and all Arcane Rising heroes have now come, and they came in a, can I get a close-up please, Beth? You're helping me here, thank you. And they come this time where they are single-backed, so this one would be just like the crew one where it's single-backed, but the other tokens like Dash and such, those tokens, because you could have got them double-sided in the original form, the new form here you can get them single-sided, which is something you don't typically see. So I do want to also point out, so go back to that close-up camera, so just the pack itself. So the history pack itself is one of those things where It's not in focus for some reason. There we go. Focus. Perfect. So History Pack 1, and these again were the Japanese printing. So you have this kind of same as WTR. It's a very pinkish kind of text coloration that's on the back. So just keep in mind, people die at the fair. People do crazy stuff, but I'm excited that all the class cards seem to be here. Obviously, things that didn't get reprinted. There's an Azalea. That's a hero. We did not get. There's a Glint of the Quicksilver. That's our second Majestic of the box, and then a Cognition Noodles. Mechanologist card. It's Cognition Notes, but it's Cognition Noodles. You know, Drone of Brutality didn't get reprinted. There's a couple, and obviously those cards have been banned, so there's nothing crazy on that. I'm going to kind of skip the first couple of cards here now because we're kind of getting into the repeats of the commons at least. So, I mean, there did not seem to be Pedal to the Metal and a Guardian something or other. Guardian Disabled. I'm just excited that they're still releasing the product like this. There will be foreign versions of these in native languages to others that do not speak English, so that'll be exciting. I think there's going to be, if I remember correctly, it's German. I think Italian, maybe? Oh, Benji, that's a rare. And Blessing. I know German's for sure. Is there a Spanish? Well, there might be a Spanish one. You could look it up on the site, but I forget. But those first versions are going to be black bordered variations of this, so that they had access to black border cards. So that's kind of cool. I can't really complain there. 0 to 60. So there's your breaking scales. Fate Foreseen, the red one. That's so clean. I mean, seeing that in black border all the time and seeing all the scratches on the corners, that's pretty good. Steel Blade and Potion. I really do hope that stores don't hold these boxes. I will publicly say that. I hope that no store is hoarding these boxes, because basically the players really do need these cards. So I don't know why people would think that this is, not going to be reprinted. It sounds like, even though the first wave is pretty tiny, I did confirm there's a Majestic Spinal Crush. In the greater Indianapolis area, there were about 15 stores that I had called. 15. Several of those stores sadly no longer carry Flesh and Blood. They have opted to not renew or re-up or whatever based on some shenanigans with the pricing early on, and I would say they'd lost faith in the game, which I feel is unfair because they were getting undercut by certain somebodies who, if you're at all familiar with the certain somebodies in the community right now, you would know who those certain somebodies are. And because of that, several stores has said, we're done, we're out, we're not going to carry it. Which, I don't like. The other stores here in Indianapolis, there were a couple. One of them had pre-ordered and allocated all of theirs to the players, so kudos to them. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm very glad that you are supporting your local stores or your local crowd. I very much appreciate that. So, thank you. That was Family Time Games, by the way. The other... Ooh, Crazy Brew! We hit a Crazy Brew! Zoom in on that bad boy! Yeah! This was a super rare back in the day, and now it's a Majestic. It's kind of cute. Some of the other stores, one of them is on the east side of Indianapolis, Gamers Loot. They had only a couple of boxes on their first allocation wave. Good Games downtown had a couple of boxes allocated to them. Good Games is obviously an international chain, so I was kind of shocked that they didn't have a lot more stock available. Some of the other stores here locally, Dash! We hit one! I got a Dash! Oh yeah! Mechanologist! So exciting. Gosh, I love Mechanologist so much. She's Dash. Oh, and you're already cheating. You're seeing the stuff. What do I get? I got a claw. I got a claw. The claw. The claw. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna put Dash in a special pile. She's my boo. Dash boo. But basically, of the 15 stores, 5 of them had product. Midwest Games had a couple of boxes, I think maybe 3 or 4. The rest, you know, didn't. And it sucks. I mean, obviously, this product is pretty limited on release here. So, Valkyrie's Vault is another one here. They had, I think, 3 or 4 3 boxes is all they were allocated. So, there you go. Blood of Force. And yeah, so they were allocated a couple, and then there were other stores that I had called around to, and they'd said that they didn't even get their product. Yeah, so sucks. Although, you know, I'm pretty sure there's not a terribly large amount of people running around right now trying to grab these, especially if you're already players, because really, if you're already a player like myself, you basically have almost every single one of these cards already. Robes. Cognition Noodles again. I'm definitely building a whiteboard mechanologist deck. I'm not kidding. That'd be great. Let's see here. What else? Thoughts on the pull rates of the legendaries. So originally people were stating that the legendaries, they were anticipating, because the MSRP on these is technically higher than a standard box, I guess. It's 140, I think, is the MSRP on these. Most stores are selling them at about... Oh, there's a Majestic Sand Sketched Plan. I actually haven't played Brute much, so I haven't used that. But MSRP is 140. Most stores were hovering around that price. Several stores were a little bit higher in the indie area, about 180. One store specifically, I think Moonshot, they have 2 locations. I don't know how many products that they had holistically, as in boxes. I didn't really get a final count from them. There's a Katsu, the adult version. The adult version. Do 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 do. Yes. So you're definitely getting heroes. You know, they had several staunch response, but I didn't get a quantity number from them, so I don't know. But I'd say holistically, the entire Indianapolis area was served with less than 40 total boxes. I would say that's probably a safe number to assume. What that means in the whole grand scheme of things, I don't know. But you know, distributors have basically said that the product will exist, that there will be an IRA in your future. An IRA. It's an IRA in your future. Get it? It's an IRA. Oh, cool. We got the red liner. What? Anyways. Red liner. So there really isn't any surprises in these. Obviously, there are no foils. That was one of the other caveats to this set being released. So basically, it helps kind of prop up the older value of the cards for the investors. So congratulations. That's awesome. I'm very happy that that exists. That's not something that is necessarily always needed. There we go. Life for life and disable. So because of that, hopefully, again, people won't hoard these. And, you know, because the folks that have already been playing, you know, like I said, if the card does what it does and gets you the ability to play, gosh, I am backwards on all these. So, wait, am I going to flip this way? There we go. If it gets you the ability to play and you don't really need it. Oh, yeah, I got my pistol. I really can do a dash now. Yes, got it. Pistol. Pistol, 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 pistol. This is so cool. I didn't think I would really enjoy the whiteboarder as much as I do, but I very much am growing on the whiteboarder cards. So I know people say poo-poo the whiteboarder, but I liked 7th edition in Magic. Most people hated it.
If you're not an investor and you're out to play the game, who cares if it's foiled? I want to be able to get the cards out.
I mean, I think inventory-wise, if I remember correctly, and this is kind of where we're at. There's a Rune Barrier. I believe I'm past about 100,000. I'm close to probably 150,000 inventoried cards. And that 150,000 inventoried cards, most of them have not. I have some of them listed, but not all of them are listed right now because I'm going through and trying to make sure I have them sorted so that as soon as they are in organized fashion, they can be relisted because we had another online source that I was selling through and their channel really wasn't doing me any justice, so I backed out of it. Somebody bought a bunch of these time snap potions. Like they literally bought over 200 of these things from TCG players. So I have no idea what they were thinking. I don't know if they were just, maybe there's a combo that somebody doesn't know about or that somebody has not explained. But anyways, I don't know why they bought 200 of them. That was kind of that's weird. So, anybody, what questions you got? Anything? What can I answer for you? What do you want to ask? Beth, anything? Come on, you know you got a question. Ooh, Arknight Ascendancy.
Is there anything high in the where's the list of the things going to be phased out? The legendary.
So
won the tournaments a lot.
Okay, so you're talking like Living Legend.
Is there anything that's close to Living Legend that they put in here, or did they maybe keep those out because they don't expect it to be live long?
So I don't necessarily think that. I mean, obviously the Living Legend piece is going to be like Bravo is a good example of somebody that might be getting close to living. Yeah, that's an Everfest. So there's your Kano. Wizard.
And they're saying Kano would get. You got your cloak.
Mechanologists! Everybody! Woo! I am definitely doing Mechanologist. Yes! What a box! Oh man, this is great. For the players, by the players. Join a community today. Get on Discord. Play. Anyways, yeah. So, Living Legend. Dash Boo here is not going to live in Legend, hopefully anytime soon.
That I thought Kano was high on the Blitz. I wasn't sure. Or who is high on the Blitz right now?
Beautiful. Hey, you know what? Just for you people that think these should be valuable, it's right. It's mine now. Anyways, what? So Kano.
Who's big in the Blitz sets right now?
Okay, so I am probably not the best person to ask this to, but if you go to the Flesh and Blood website, there is a list of it's called the Living Legend status, and they will give you the point values in which each of them exist and where they stand. So there's your Mechanologist cards. I am totally making a Mechanologist deck. I am so pumped right now. Oh! Best choice ever! Aren't you excited? You should go buy some packs, play some games. You don't even need legendaries. You can just literally play Commoner. Like, I am actually having more fun playing Commoner than I am playing like CC or Blitz is fun too. But I am definitely going to start playing some Ultimate Pit Fighter here because I feel like that is going to be another super fun format. I have not had enough folks to play Ultimate Pit Fighter with, but that is certainly a thing. So what are we down to here? Will we hit some crazy spicy stuff? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still have 10 packs left. We have, I believe the magic number is about 12 per. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you count the Teklo, that's 9. So in theory, there should be 3 more-ish in this of Majestics. I think that is about where it hits. I'm just so excited I got the Telco card. Yes! Beth, I'm going to teach you how to play Mechanologist now. We're going to play mirror match all night long, every night. We're just going to go to bed dreaming of mirror matches.
Well, thank you.
So if I'm reading it right, Ira is top of the Blitz. Young hero.
Yeah, so Ira has been one of the longest standing. I mean, if you think about it, Ira was the original welcome deck. So, and I've heard Ira is just a beast to be contended with. I mean,
So if Ira is 196 out of 500.
Yep.
And
Kano.
33 out of 500. So that's fourth on the list.
So if you go to the CC section, and what is obviously Bravo star of the show is pretty high up there. There's your Anthos. Now I will cover. I haven't really talked a video on this specific topic just yet, but there is a section of the Living Legend when the Living Legend out their signature weapon is going to be going with them as they Living Legend out. And what's interesting about that is I actually at first was pretty devastated, Dissolution Sphere, that was going to be the case, because I thought that was going to be a detriment. Rowdy people. We put it over here. And another Time Snapper. Yes. But I'm actually glad they're doing that, because what that means is that if a character Living Legends out, that's going to force, LSS to create a new weapon and even a new hero. So all that means is that if Dash decides to Living Legend out, yeah, I'm going to miss the Telco pistol. That's fine. Red Fate for
list from July of last year, so I'm trying to find the list.
Oh, gotcha. It's actually on there. It should be directly on their site. If you type in, if you go to Google and type it in, I'm sure it's there. Let me Google that for you. Have I said how excited I am about Flesh and Blood? And I mean, the new set. Have you seen the cards in the new set? There's Dragon Mommy. It's like Game of Thrones. Yeah, I have to give credit to Sloop for that one. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. That's a great one. You made my wife choke. I love it. Wink. But I mean, there's a ninja, and so Icelander's back, at least confirmed. And then on top of that, there is let's see here.
So Hardened Crosscraft got banned as of May 2nd from Blitz.
Yes, so there are some pieces of equipment that they deemed were too powerful, and that was one of them. I believe there was a couple other cards that got kind of shook up the meta, like the Skelida, Alpha Rampage, and there's a Plunder Run. Isn't Plunder Run banned? I thought you'd have to look at the. I think Plunder Run is Is it Plunder Run? That's the draw card one. See, I didn't play it very much, but yeah, I think that one was one of the ones that was banned. So I'm kind of surprised that's in here, although it's temporarily. I think it's temporarily.
Plunder Run is banned in Classic Construction.
Yeah. Now, there's your Viscerai.
And Viscerai is Living Legend in Blitz. Is that the young or old?
This is the young.
Young. It's Living Legend retired.
You, sir, are going to the wall.
With the Nebula Blade.
Oh, really? So Nebula Blade's out. Oh, because that's his signature weapon. Hey, Coax and Commotion. Yes. That's a great card. This is great for UPF. Hey, babe, can we UPF? Oops, oop, oof, oof. This is for Ultimate Pit Fight. Apparently, this is a pretty solid card to have. Each hero creates, each player draws, each player gains. So this is definitely, and now, so Brian, one of the cool things about this is this also is going to help support UPF, which is going to be great because that exists long term. And then the rare, I got the pistol! So now I have both, yes! This was the Mechanologist Motherload. Oh, perfect. Got the barrel shot. Now, I will say, rest in peace, because one card that's not in this set that they didn't reprint, Maximum Velocity. Very, very sad about that. All right, what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this. Now, I'm going to make an assumption, and this is also a warning for anybody buying loose packs. I have opened one box right here, and I have now my known 12. I have 11 Majestics and 1 Legendary card that we have hit inside of this box. In theory, there should not be any Majestics in these packs. I will say again, there are bad people out there. Be cautious buying loose packs, even in this set. Because as soon as it's known that you can hit 12, pretty much guaranteed, I get it, statistics are on your side, but I would put dollars to donuts that these 3 packs are not going to contain. I'm going to keep these here so that we cannot you know, it's not like I can fucking produce these things out of midair because they're brand new. But I would put money that these are not going to have Majestics. They're just going to have regular cards. So a shady or crooked individual could list these online and know, guaranteed, that they're basically not going to hit it. So again, we're just going to kind of flip through these here, and we're going to see if we can prove, if that's the case, and we can prove this. Now, it doesn't mean that you still can't hit a legendary. I mean, that equation may or may not hold true. But there's my pistol, and there's Plunder Run. So that's one pack. So that's one pack down. We got 2 left. Which one you want? Right or left? Left, this one. Perfect, all right. So again, as I wrap this video up, I want to have a whole warm, heartfelt, you know, excitedness for the position of Flesh and Blood, where the game is going. You know, get involved with your local community. Learn. I'm still learning. I am not the best player. Luckily, Indianapolis has some of the best players, including Michael. Shout out to Michael. I'm very excited that you were able to 2-time that. Double rare. See? Look at that. So we're down to the last wire, this last pack. So I'd like to almost keep it sealed for me to have on the shelf. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open it to prove a point here, and I will go buy one to keep in my sealed collection of my just one of every pack sealed, because that's one of the things I like to do. And we're going to slow roll this as we kind of outro here. So thank you for participating today in watching this epic opening of the Flesh and Blood's brand new set, History Pack 1. Very much appreciate all of your time, effort, and energy, and thank you for participating in today's video. And if we go to number 4, and this is a rare, and it is, my point is probably proven true. So, that's fine. It's good.
I pushed a button and it didn't do what it was
I pushed all the buttons!
It's on there now.
So, I believe that what that means is, again, just a public announcement to be a little bit safe. Buy from your local game store. Hopefully they are legitimately above board. And know that when you... I'm going to slow roll through these real quick.
I moved.
Oh, sorry. I was going to at least give them the idea of... Yep, that's fine. So our hits were Coax of Commotion, Alpha Rampage, Route, Crazy Brew, Flood of Forces. I guess I actually haven't played with that card, because I really haven't played much Katsu or Ninja. I really need to get into that. The Sand Sketch Plan, Mr. Rune Blood Barrier, Arknight Ascendancy, Metacarpal Node, which is actually really good because if the new set has wizards, I didn't have one of these and I missed out buying the damn cult foils before they spiked in price. So I really did. I think I got a good one there. This is the Glint of Quicksilver and Spinal Crush. So those were the hits for the box. Oh, and of course, obviously, Mr. Techlope Foundry. Thank you. I really appreciate it. We plan on doing a lot more content. We plan on releasing quite a bit more videos. I'm going to try to have interviews with some of the local players here in Indianapolis. I'm going to look around and try to actually film and record some games. I don't know what my niche is, but after watching, you know, several other YouTubers recently and learning that, you know, while I may not have the time to be a consistent YouTube channel, I'm going to try to be a pillar in the community as much as I can, and I'm going to try to provide, hopefully, quality singles to those folks here. And again, if you're looking for commons, rares specifically, those kind of things, I stock lots of that. The higher end stuff, I'm not necessarily chasing. I am buying bulk boxes from individuals similar to like TCG Bull King. But I'm specializing very focused in the Flesh and Blood world, and I'm going to try to deliver as many commoner sets as I can get those products bundled together. I have some things in the pipeline that will help me expedite that process. Stay tuned. Those will be fun. Love it. Yeah. And thank you again. I really appreciate you. So like, share, subscribe, hit that bell button. You know the usual jazz. And again, thank you so much. I really hope you enjoy Flesh and Blood. I enjoy it. And until next time, Jacob signing out. Fade to black. I cannot believe.
Yeah, you hit the motherload for your deck. So,
statistically speaking,
yeah, that was really good.
There's only 9 legendaries in this set.
Oh, there is.
There's only the 9 because they.
And you got the one.
I got the one that. Well, the one I really need because I already own that card. The one I specifically need is the. You have the initial individuals that are going to try to basically fork this to the most expensive way possible.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened?
You're still faded out, man.
There. You're going to have the individuals that are going to try to take this and put that, like I said, the tunic online for buku amounts of money. And you got to ask yourself why. Why are they trying to do that? What is the point? I get it. There's a limited supply right now. But at the same time, if it's designed for players, then...
Right. What I'm talking about is the ones that did not get reprinted. The tunic got reprinted, though, right?
Well, so... I don't know if you watched most of my videos or not, or any of them, or whatever, but basically, the cards that... The legendaries that didn't get reprinted from these first 3 sets, you had... all legendaries from WTR minus... No, actually, all 5 legendaries from WTR were reprinted. 4 of the legendaries from Arcane were reprinted. Skullcap was omitted because Skullcap was printed in Everfest. Now,
is there anything
that... Well, if you think about it, that's 9 total, so 5 and 4, which means both legendaries from Crucible were omitted. The tunic was a reprint of the tunic from here. So now the tunic has 3 variations that were in print. You have the original WTR, you have obviously a promo of some sort and a gold foil. I'm not counting those. Those are kind of extreme. Then you have the Crunic, which was the aptly turned tune. And now the white border one is called the Wunic, is what they're calling it. There's the Enlightened Strike, which is Enlightened Strike, but it's the white version apparently. You also had Command and Conquer. Like, the only thing that would have really probably sent this over the top as like an extremely crazy box would be a Command and Conquer. If a Command and Conquer would have been in this, or an Enlightened Strike, then those would have been like, this box would damn near have been almost impossible to top, because you hit the top cards that needed the reprints were things like Command and Conquer, all the legendaries, some of the playables. There's playable staples. Like in here, you saw that there were like red Sink Belows and other what was the gosh dang it? Why am I'm completely.
Okay, wait. You said that there's the Skullcap didn't get reprinted because it was in the previous set. You said there were 2 in that one, and one of them was the tunic.
The other one was Shiana. Shiana is the shapeshifter young legendary hero, which, while is a cool hero, means nothing for the competitive part of the game. There's also the theory that because she wasn't reprinted in this set, there could be a different Shiana, because if you read the lore, Shiana is also available in the new set because she was guiding, and I didn't read this, but there's a lore article where Shiana is mentioned. And because she's mentioned, there could be a hidden token or something in the new set. Because if you look at Everfest, Bravo was released as a double-sided special special token.
Well, they could also reprint her with different text.
Icelander, or a different name, because Rhinar. So the Rhinar.
Say a different text, because really we're talking about what's possible for Living Legends. What are your different deck types? If they reprint her, they may change her text if they didn't like what she did.
Well, now, on top of that, think about this. So Rhinar is a good example of an individual that... So I'm sorry, not Rhinar. Where am I going with this? So, Shiana is a good example of a character that is not needed for CC at all. She's an awesome, interesting character for Blitz or for Ultimate Pit Fight, but she's not required to play. So that's why I feel she was omitted. I did a video on this where actually I guessed correctly. I did all the math and I started looking at stuff, and I was able to kind of figure out, for the most part, what seemed about right. That said, because of that character being omitted and the spoilers on the new set, she hasn't been spoiled. But if you look at Everfest, Bravo was a double-sided token. Guinness What You Need was a merchant that was not, there's no, I mean, other than one support item in the set, he really wasn't, he was just kind of a token guy. Then you had Volda, Bright Axe, she was in there, so that's just another character. So what could happen is they could literally slot Shiana in as a character token, as a rare or a majestic or an extended art, and that could be where they're putting her. There's also some wizard cards that are missing from here, and I almost wonder if they were omitted from this product specifically because they're going to be in the next set. There is some ninja cards got omitted, and that's in that article, all that stuff I did the homework on. I think there's some gameplay aspects there that I'm not sure people are making the connection on.
Is that the place that they're visiting the next set is like the planet of the wizard.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm so excited that, like, Crazy Brew, I definitely had a hard spec on that card way back in the day. It means nothing, but I love the card. We did. It was like, I definitely drafted it.
Oh, did you? I thought I drafted it.
I mean, somebody drafted it. I like it. I like it a lot. I love it. It's great.
Drafted it because they didn't have anything else in that game. What flavor?
I don't care.
And whatever's in front.
Okay.